Okay, let's talk about, this is a cracking story. This man right here, the big boss of the Chinese tech giant Lenovo, we're talking about the world's biggest PC maker or maker of personal computers, says he's going to share his very own personal bonus with his employees. Yang Young King will divide up his bonus payment of around $3.25 million with the 10,000 of his workers. Now, he's doing this because, well, the firm achieved record shipments and sales this year. And I should add, this is also the second year running that he has, well, dished out his own personal bonus. Let's get more. It's interesting. Chris Roebuck is from Cat's Business School and joins us. Chris, great to see you as always. Chris, you know, for those around the world who hate this bonus culture, this must be music to their ears. They're going, now there's a boss. This is how you run a company.
Aaron, absolutely. This is a good news story from the world of bonuses, and it makes perfect commercial sense. Look, we've got a CEO who's made a personal gesture to say, I appreciate what you've done to his employees. You know, we know, for example, that the gap between employee pay and chief executive pay in the S&P 500 is now 204 to 1. It's gone up by 20% since 2009. And you think, what sort of message is all of that sending? We know that the employees out there, most of them, 60%, could give 30% more effort if they thought that the organisation was doing the right thing, they were led well, and the chief executive cared about them.
Yeah.
And this is exactly the way to do it.
Absolutely. I want to ask you sort of two parts. Is it a cultural thing, or I mean, does this certainly send a message to other bosses, or are those other bosses around the world looking at this going, you silly man?
I don't think it's necessarily a cultural thing coming from Asia, because if you look, you know, there are chief executives across the world, be it US, be it Europe, or be it Asia, that have done things like this. There are organisations like, for example, John Lewis in London, where the profits of the organisation are shared out amongst the employees. So it's the self-aware, the far-sighted employees and senior leaders who are understanding that there is an absolute business driver that makes sense for them to show that they care about their people, because what it does is it means your people work harder and the cake just gets bigger, and that's been proven in this case.
Indeed, indeed. Chris, short and sweet, we always appreciate your time. Thank you. Chris Roebuck joining us there. And that's it with the business.